Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi students, we meet again in our English lesson. So today you are going to do some activities to practice your listening skill. Okay, we are going to use the textbooks today. And the unit that we are going to cover is Unit 5. The theme is environment. Okay, so if you can turn to page 64, we can start straight away. Alright, the aim for today's activity is to help you understand independently the main ideas in text. Okay, so after this, you will listen to conversation and you need to understand the main ideas. What is it that they are talking about? Okay, kamu dengar ada perbualan, kamu cuba faham apa isi penting dalam perbualan mereka. Alright, that is the aim for today's activity. So we will start with task 1, activity 1. So this one is actually very easy because this is just to introduce you the vocabulary, the words and phrases that you need to know. Okay, because all of these words, all of these phrases will be used in the conversation later. Okay, so we have 6 pictures and 6 word and phrases. So the first one is butterfly, very easy. And then insects, insects means serangga. And then we have the word lake. Which one is lake? Is it this one or is it this one? Lake is this one, tasik. And then we also have long grass, rumput yang panjang. And then we have pond, kolam. And the last one is wild flowers, bunga-bunga liar. So those are the vocabulary that you will come across in the dialogue later. Okay, perkataan-perkataan ni lah yang akan disebut dalam dialog nanti bila kamu dengar dalam aktiviti yang seterusnya. Alright, so this is the skill. What you need to know to master this skill. So let's read the download box. Always read through the questions carefully to get an idea of what the recording will be about. And think about what information the questions have already given you. Alright, sampai sini. Always read through the questions. Dia kata, selalu biasakan diri kamu untuk membaca soalan-soalan dahulu supaya kamu dapat idea. Nanti bila dengar perbualan tu, apa benda yang mereka nak sembang. Right? Because by reading the question, dengan cara membaca soalan-soalan tu, kamu dah boleh teka dah. Nanti dalam petikan tu, nanti dalam perbualan tu, nanti mereka nak sembang pasal apa. Alright, and then we move on. The answer options will also tell you a lot about the sort of things the speaker is going to talk about. Okay, baca soalan, baca options. Option is pilihan jawapan. Bila baca pilihan jawapan tu, bila faham, kita pun dah boleh agak dah. Nanti mereka akan sembang pasal ini ni. Alright. If you have these ideas in mind, it will help you to work out whether the options are right or wrong when you hear the conversation. So this one is very basic. Okay, because you cannot process 2 information at the same time. Kamu tak boleh nak proses 2 maklumat pada masa yang sama. So, proses satu-satu. Maksudnya kamu baca dulu, kamu proses dan cuba faham apa yang kamu baca dulu. Lepas tu, baru kamu dengar perbualan audio recording tersebut. That way, it will be much easier for you. Lebih mudah untuk kamu teka. Sebab kamu dah boleh agak dah. Dalam petikan, mesti akan cakap pasal ni, mesti akan cakap pasal ni, mesti akan cakap pasal ni. Alright, let's move on. Task number 2. Task number 2, instruction dia macam ni. Yang awal-awal ni sama macam tadi. Right? It is important to read the questions carefully before you do a listening task so that you already have a good idea of what the recording will be about before it begins. So, sama macam tadi. Dia kata sebelum dengar, baca dulu. Baru dah dapat idea nanti recording tu akan sembang pasal apa. Alright, arahan seterusnya. Look at task 3 below. Untuk selesaikan task number 2, kamu kena baca task number 3. Okay, if you look at in your textbook yang bawah sekali tu, kena baca yang tu dulu, yang ABC tu. Alright. Although you don't know which answers will be correct, walaupun kamu tak tahu jawapan mana yang betul, you can work out quite a lot of information just from the questions. Walaupun kamu tak tahu yang mana satu pilihan jawapan yang betul, tapi bila kamu baca, kamu boleh teka dah apa yang kamu akan jumpa dalam petikan nanti, apa yang kamu akan dengar dalam petikan nanti. Right? So, arahan dia adalah yang ni. Read questions 1 to 6 and then write down 5 facts that you already know about what Richard is going to say. The first one is done for you. So untuk aktiviti yang kedua, apa yang kamu kena buat adalah kamu baca soalan-soalan dan pilihan jawapan dekat aktiviti 3. Bila kamu baca soalan-soalan dengan pilihan jawapan ni, kamu kena senaraikan 5 fakta yang kamu tahu memang berlaku dalam petikan yang akan kamu dengar nanti. Dia bagi contoh This is the example. This is the example number 1. Dia kata, Richard has decided to create a wildlife area. Richard membuat keputusan untuk membina satu kawasan hidupan liar. Macam mana kita tahu benda ni adalah fakta? Okey, sebab soalan nombor 1 dalam task 3 dia tanya, why did Richard decide to create the wildlife area? Kenapa Richard buat keputusan untuk membina kawasan untuk haiwan liar? Dia tanya pasal apa? Maksudnya benda tu memang dia dah buat keputusan. So, bila kita baca ayat tu, kita tahu dah. Richard has decided to create a wildlife area. Okay, so baca semua soalan-soalan yang lain and then try to list down 5 information that you can identify. Okay, itu task number 2. So now after that, then only you complete exercise number 3. So for the last task, you will hear a radio interview with a man called Richard Sandlin, who is the head teacher of a secondary school. For questions 1 to 6, choose the best answer, A, B or C. Okay, so before you answer this, you need to listen to the interview first. Okay, before we continue, let's read through some of the questions here to give you some ideas of what the passage is about later. Alright, so number 1. Yang tu dah baca dah tadi. Pasal apa Richard buat keputusan untuk membina kawasan untuk haiwan liar? So A, students wanted to help local wildlife. Pelajar-pelajar mahu membantu haiwan-haiwan liar di kawasan mereka. Local di kawasan tempatan. Ataupun B, the area look unattractive. Kawasan tersebut nampak tak menarik. Ataupun is it C, some wildlife had already moved into the area. Dah ada beberapa haiwan liar dah pindah masuk dah dalam kawasan tu. So later when you listen to the recording, to the interview, kamu pilihlah yang mana satu yang disebut. Alright, question number 2. What does Richard say? I can do this. Number 2. What does Richard say about the long grass? Apa pendapat Richard tentang rumput yang panjang tu? A, it will be replaced by a wildflower area. Dia kata kawasan rumput panjang tu akan digantikan dengan kawasan yang ada bunga-bunga liar. Ataupun is it B, it is great for attracting insects. Bagus untuk menarik lebih banyak serangga. Ataupun is it C, it will be left to grow around the pond. Ianya akan dibiarkan untuk terus tumbuh di keliling kolam tersebut. So which one? Apa pendapat Richard tentang rumput panjang dalam petikan tu nanti? Alright, number 3. What do Richard's students think about working on the project after school and at weekends? Apa pendapat pelajar-pelajar Richard tentang depa kena buat kerja, depa kena buat projek tu selepas waktu sekolah dan juga pada hujung minggu. So apa pendapat budak-budak dia bila dia suruh all the students work on the project? So A, they don't mind. Depa tak kisah. Don't mind means depa tak kisah giving up their spare time for the project. Depa tak kisah menggunakan masa mereka untuk buat projek ni. Ataupun is it B, many have been put off from getting involved. Ramai yang tarik diri daripada nak menyertainya. Ataupun is it C, they won't be able to help much because of their other hobbies. Mereka kata tak boleh nak tolong banyak pun sebab mereka pun ada hobi lain. So which one is the correct opinion about Richard's students? Alright, and then question number 4. Why did Richard need to involve an expert from the local wildlife society? Kenapa Richard kena melibatkan an expert, seorang pakar daripada local wildlife society, persatuan haiwan liar tempatan? Pasal apa Richard memerlukan bantuan seorang pakar? Is it A, because he wanted to be sure his plans would work? Dia nak memastikan plan dia berjaya. Ataupun is it B, he needed expert advice on what to do? Dia perlukan nasihat seorang pakar sebab dia tak tahu apa yang nak kena buat. Right? Ataupun is it C, he wanted to encourage the students to join it? Dia panggil pakar sebab dia nak encourage, dia nak menggalakkan pelajar untuk join projek tersebut. So which one? Alright, that is until number 4. You have 2 more questions, number 5 and number 6. That is for you to figure out on your own. Okay, so please make sure you read and understand the meaning first before you listen to the interview. Alright, so for today's activity, you will have to complete the exercises in a Google form. Okay, I have posted the links in the group, and then you just click on the link and all of the audio recordings are already there in the form so that you can listen. At the same time, you can read the question. You don't have to change your tabs. And then please make sure you study the questions first. Try to understand before you listen to the recording. Okay, another thing that you can do is make sure you use a pair of earphones. Okay, that way you will be able to listen more clearly. And of course, if you feel like you need to listen more, if you need to listen to the audio again, you can always replay. Okay, because the aim is to try to understand and get the main idea. So if you listen once and you still don't understand, you can listen to it again. Alright, I wish you all the best.